It's showtime, folks.
Absolute cinema, absolute cinema. Welcome back to yet another B-Hawk Memes vlog video. Number 3 in the series. We've already done Carolina and Nashville. I'm just thinking now, I probably should do one in the UC at some point. Like, I always go to plenty of Blackhawks games every year, yet I haven't done one of these for an actual Blackhawks home game. So maybe that's something I should do at some point. We'll see. We'll see if I hit another Blackhawks game at the UC this year. Probably will. So maybe we'll do it for that one. But anyway, that's a future thing, not a now thing. Today we're doing Ball Arena in Colorado Avalanche. So and my experience there. So not my first time at Ball Arena. I've been there a few years ago for not a Blackhawks game. It was the 2023 season. I believe it was the Avalanche and San Jose Sharks that faced off during my spring break. So we hit up a game there. Went to Colorado over that spring break and I did some skiing. So that was a fun time. So this wasn't my first time at Ball Arena, but this was my first time at Ball Arena for a game involving the Chicago Blackhawks. So that was nice. But yeah, getting into the arena itself, outside, nice arena. I enjoyed it my first time. I think I enjoyed it more the second time as well. We decided to eat at a restaurant before the game that was actually attached to the arena, so that was pretty cool. You go into this restaurant, eat there, and then you can actually walk into the arena from the restaurant. So that was pretty nice. Definitely a different experience there for sure. Definitely this game was packed very much so. It was a division rivalry game between the Avalanche and the Hawks. Considered Central Division rivals, I've never really considered it much of a rivalry. Probably because, at least during the 2010s, during the time I've been watching hockey since the 2010s, the Blackhawks and Avalanche have never really been good at the same time, right? During the Blackhawks dynasty years, the Blackhawks were, winning cups and being in the playoffs every year with Avalanche are kind of irrelevant. Now it's flipped where, the Hawks fell off, have been the rebuild, and since the Hawks have been a rebuild, the Avalanche have been playoff contenders every year in the Nathan MacKinnon era. So they've never really been good at the same time. So as a result, I don't really consider them a rivalry. I consider it a rivalry when both the teams are, in a playoff spot at the same time, competing for each other for those points. But when you're a basement dwelling team playing a cup contender, like I don't really consider that a rivalry. But Avs fans seem to consider it a rivalry, so that's good. But no, definitely a high intensity game. A lot of fans. Attendance was definitely a packed arena. A lot of Hawks fans as well. Just like the Nashville game, there's a lot of Hawks fans in attendance at this game. Maybe not quite as much as the Nashville game. Colorado's a bit further than Nashville, but a lot of Hawks fans live in Colorado, so not surprised to see a good chunk of Hawks fans there. Nice atmosphere in the arena. That's definitely the number one takeaway from Ball Arena. Great atmosphere. Definitely has that playoff type atmosphere when the arena's packed, which it has been, I would say, for a long time because the Avalanche have been good for a while now. I'd say since 2017, I believe they've been competitive pretty much every year. Won a cup recently in 2022, and they've been the top team in the NHL this year. Looks like they're a cup to lose this year, so definitely a lopsided match from that standpoint. But it was a good game. Good game. Best part about Ball Arena is the scoreboard, man. That scoreboard is just absolutely massive. I believe it's still the biggest scoreboard in the league, right? I believe it still is. So a very nice scoreboard there. The in-game presentation is very nice. A lot of nice graphics that they show on the ice as well. So that's pretty nice. I'd probably rate it higher than Bridgestone for that perspective, right? I would say like the atmosphere outside the rink is as nice, right? Bridgestone's got a lot going on outside the arena. I would say Ball Arena, there's not really a lot going on, right? It's mostly just a parking lot. There's some places around it, but not. It's not really right not in downtown Denver. It's kind of on the outskirts of. It's in downtown, but it's not in the middle of the city, right? It's a bit away from everything. Whereas Bridgestone Arena is right smack dab in the middle of it. But I would say it's more similar to the United Center from that perspective, where it's in downtown, but not smack in downtown. It's a bit of a walk away from the main city center. So, but yeah, I would say in terms of the actual like inside the arena itself is pretty nice. I don't know if I'd probably rate it pretty similar to Bridgestone, like overall, like the arena, maybe a bit higher, right? I think Bridgestone's, location-wise is better, but I think Ball Arena, the actual arena itself is nicer. A bit bigger, right? It's a pretty big arena. I believe it's over 18,000. So it's up there, I think, in terms of top half of the league, in terms of, capacity and all that. So a very nice rink. I would definitely rate it pretty well. In terms of rinks I've been to, I think that was number 13, been the 14 now. So I'd probably rank it, closer to the top half of the bottom half, maybe slightly above Bridgestone. But no, definitely enjoyed the experience for sure. We'll show some footage from inside the arena, Hawks warming up and some in-game footage as well. We'll show that. But yeah, no, that's some of the footage I got from Ball Arena, the experience at that game. Yeah, another Blackhawks loss, just like Nashville. They lost this one as well. Scoreboard wise, at least it was close, but in terms of the game itself, they're definitely outplayed pretty heavily, which you would tend to expect. In an Avalanche Blackhawks game in the 2020s, that's how it's tended to go. Just like the Predators, they've tended to own us in recent times, but hopefully we'll see that turn around here in the second half of the 2020s. The Blackhawks hope to return to relevance, right? But no, it was a good time. Enjoyed the game. Avs fans definitely really into it, right? They're definitely really into it. I'd say pretty knowledgeable as well. They know their hockey, probably more so than Predators fans, but not quite as loud as obnoxious as the Predators fans are, though. But no, it was a good time. Enjoyed the game. A good experience there at Ball Arena. Always is, nice arena. Good atmosphere. I always enjoy the Avalanche experience. I'd say like I probably ranked them as among them, even though they're considered a rival. Like, I would consider the Avalanche among my favorite teams in NHL. Like, I've always enjoyed watching them. A lot of fun players to watch on that team: McKinnon, Makar, etc., and the like. So it's always a fun team to watch. Yeah, I'd say the way they're constructed now kind of reminds me a lot of those 2010s Blackhawks, right? So get those same type of vibes from it. Just a really well constructed team and fun to watch as well. Very exciting. So we'll see if they're able to bring it home in the playoffs this year, right? They've had a tough time, I'd say, the last few playoff years, right? The Dallas Stars tend to be the kryptonite, so we'll see if they can get past them this year. The two do play each other, but yeah, should be a fun playoff run for them. We'll see if they can bring it home, but no, good time. Enjoy the experience at Ball Arena. Nice rink. I'll rate it pretty highly, I would say. Yeah, good time. Not as good as the UC, right? I would say both. I would say all the arenas I've been to so far, at least in this vlog series, I wouldn't rate them as high as the UC. But if I had to rank them, I would say I'd probably go Ball Arena, Bridgestone, then Lenovo Center in Carolina. Next up, we got Utah, the Delta Center. That'll be the next vlog video coming out after this one, and I'll talk about my experience there, the last game of the Bjork Beams road trip there, and I'm looking forward to breaking down that arena. So that'll be the last in the vlog series for now, but I'm sure we'll continue in the future as we continue to hit more rinks in the future. I'd like to get to all of them at some point. We're about halfway there. So yeah, we'll continue to document that in this vlog series. But yeah, that's all I got for this one. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoy this content, feel free to subscribe. We're well over 800 subs now at this rate, looking to get to 1,000 by the year. So the road to 1,000 continues. Really appreciate that. And yeah, like this video around, shit around, friends, family, enjoy the content. All right, that's all I got for this one. Justin Lynch, Bjork Beams out, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.